China, a nation synonymous with innovation and a relentless pursuit of progress. Nowhere is this more evident than in the meteoric rise of its electric vehicle, or EV industry. Fueled by government subsidies and a growing appetite for green technology, Chinese EV makers have flooded the market with sleek, affordable cars, challenging the established giants of the automotive world. But behind this shiny facade lurks a dark secret, a disturbing lack of safety. China boasts the world's largest EV market, with millions of electric cars humming through its bustling cities. Domestic companies like BYD, NIO, and XPeng are household names, rapidly expanding their reach beyond China's borders. But as these vehicles flood global markets, a sinister pattern is emerging, a trail of accidents, fires, and safety concerns that can no longer be ignored. This isn't just about faulty wiring or isolated incidents. This is the story of the electric dragon's breath, a fiery wake-up call that demands our attention. What's driving this surge in EV-related incidents in China? The answer is complex. At the forefront is the issue of quality control. In their haste to capture market share, some Chinese EV makers have been accused of prioritizing speed and affordability over stringent safety testing. The result? Vehicles hitting the road with potentially dangerous defects. Adding fuel to the fire is the widespread use of cheaper, less stable battery technologies. These batteries, often sourced from lesser-known suppliers, are more prone to overheating and catching fire. China's EV charging infrastructure, while rapidly expanding, is often plagued by inconsistencies and a lack of proper maintenance. The consequences of these oversights are far-reaching, eroding consumer trust and casting a long shadow over the future of China's EV ambitions. One of the most alarming issues is the wheels literally coming off some vehicles. There have been multiple reports of wheels detaching while driving, leading to dangerous situations on the road. Experts attribute these incidents to poor manufacturing practices and substandard materials. Factories rushing to meet high demand often cut corners, compromising the integrity of the vehicles. Consumers are increasingly wary, questioning the reliability and safety of these vehicles. The Chinese government is now stepping in, promising stricter regulations and oversight to address these safety concerns. Recent recalls highlight the urgent need for improved safety standards in the industry. Only time will tell if these measures will restore consumer confidence and ensure the safety of Chinese EVs on the road. The human cost of these safety failures is not an abstract concept. It's etched in the charred remains of vehicles and the shattered lives of those caught in the crossfire. Take, for example, the harrowing incident in Shanghai, where a NIO ES8 SUV burst into flames while parked in a charging station. The resulting inferno sent shockwaves through the EV community, raising serious questions about the safety of these vehicles. Then there's the case of a BYD E5 taxi that caught fire while driving through the streets of Shenzhen. The driver, thankfully unharmed, could only watch in horror as his vehicle was consumed by flames. Each incident serves as a grim reminder of the real-world consequences of prioritizing profit over safety. At the heart of many of these fiery incidents lies a common culprit, the lithium-ion battery. These power-packed cells, while essential for propelling EVs, are also inherently volatile. When not manufactured to the highest standards, or when subjected to extreme conditions, they can overheat, catch fire, and even explode. China's rapid EV boom has led to a surge in demand for lithium-ion batteries, a demand that has outpaced the industry's ability to ensure consistent quality. Many Chinese EV makers, particularly those in the lower end of the market, have turned to smaller, less established battery suppliers, often prioritizing cost over safety. The result? Batteries prone to overheating, short-circuiting, and bursting into flames. Investigations into several Chinese EV fires have pointed to battery defects as the primary cause. The consequences, as we've seen, can be catastrophic. While battery technology plays a role in this drama, it's not the only factor fueling safety concerns. The industry's relentless drive to reduce costs and undercut competitors has led to a dangerous compromise on safety features. We're not talking about fancy gadgets or self-driving capabilities here, but basic safety measures that should be non-negotiable. Think airbags, seat belts, crumple zones. Yet, there's evidence to suggest that some Chinese EV makers have skimped on these essential components. Crash tests conducted by independent organizations have revealed alarming shortcomings in the structural integrity of some Chinese EVs. And then there's the issue of electronic stability control, ESC, a life-saving technology often absent from cheaper Chinese EVs. This disregard for basic safety standards is not only irresponsible, it's a betrayal of consumer trust.
The safety concerns plaguing China's EV industry are not just a domestic issue. They have global implications, casting a long shadow over the international expansion plans of Chinese automakers. As these companies set their sights on Western markets, their reputation for questionable safety practices precedes them. Consumers in Europe, North America, and other developed markets are accustomed to stringent safety regulations and high standards for vehicle safety. They're unlikely to embrace EVs that have been linked to fires, battery malfunctions, and a disregard for basic safety features. This presents a major challenge for Chinese EV makers hoping to replicate their domestic success on the global stage. If Chinese automakers fail to address these safety concerns head-on, they risk jeopardizing their global ambitions. The world is watching, and the future of China's EV industry hangs in the balance.
The rise of China's EV industry is a tale of ambition, innovation, and a relentless pursuit of market dominance. But it's also a cautionary tale, a reminder that progress without safety is a recipe for disaster. As consumers, it's our responsibility to be informed, to demand better from the companies entrusted with our safety. When considering an EV, don't just be swayed by sleek designs and promises of a greener future. Do your research. Look beyond the marketing hype and delve into the safety record of the brand and model you're considering. The EV revolution is here, but let's ensure it's a revolution driven by progress and powered by safety. The future of mobility is electric, but for this future to be sustainable, safety must be paramount. Chinese EV makers have a responsibility to address the safety concerns plaguing their industry. This requires a fundamental shift in mindset, a move away from the relentless pursuit of market share at all costs. It demands a commitment to rigorous safety testing, the adoption of high-quality battery technologies, and the inclusion of essential safety features as standard. Transparency is key. Chinese EV makers must be open and honest about their safety practices, sharing data on accidents, fires, and any measures taken to address these issues.